Gemini, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your weekly quick read for the week beginning of February the 15th. Another powerful week up there in the cosmic skies impacting us all, Gem. So that after that new moon in Aquarius, we have a significant Saturn-Uranus square off this week. Now this is the first of 3 squares that are happening this year, so it is setting a signature tone for the year, so I wanted to focus on that. We also have Mercury going direct and the Sun moving in Pisces. There's definitely an up and down, ebb and flow energy to this week. So first and foremost, Aquarius is really pushing us into the higher octaves of our mind, entrusting us to develop new perceptions, new beliefs, and let go of old fears in many ways, Gem, okay? Because when we have awakening moments, when we suddenly become aware of patterning, limitations, realizations, whatever the case may be, it becomes stagnant if we don't act on it, okay? So imagine this Aquarian energy is very much pushing us into the new world, pushing us into new versions of ourselves, new timelines. In many ways, you know, all of the zodiacs have been experiencing a 1 step forward, 2 steps back energy, okay? So reconnect into that empowered knowing that you guys experienced last December in many ways, which did activate under this conjunction. But this square is going to test our patience for the ones, and it's not about punishment. It's about, you know, in our very human ways, we can sometimes sense and deeply know, Gemini, that change has to happen. But we are human and we like our comforts. And it's not until life goes, no, you really need to do something now, Gemini, that we experience that square energy. So imagine it as heightened emotion. You don't have to imagine it. We're going to be feeling it. Imagine it as heightened emotions. Imagine it as inner frustration. There's some significant conjunctions as well with some amplified energy, thanks to Mars and Venus as well. So we might be noticing this in our love relationships, not just romantic relationships, like, you know, what a mighty time to have it straight after Valentine's Day. But anyway, as a collective encouragement, all of this energy is really encouraging us to communicate in new ways, to push ourselves into new perceptual realities so that we can see ourselves, our past, our possibilities in a whole new way. It's going to be extremely uncomfortable, yes, but that is the promise, that freedom lift, okay? Outside of what has always weighed us down in one way or another, continually creating karmic blocks. All right, that is the purpose of squares. So it is front and center. We cannot ignore it. It's no longer just an elephant in the room. It's right. It's not letting us out the door until we actually address it. All right, so that's the purpose of squares, my friend. I want to take a look at this energy as far as it gestating across this year, because like I said, this Saturn-Uranus square is the first of 3 that we will be having this year. But powerful transiting energy this week is, like I said, Mercury goes direct, the Sun moves into Pisces. It's like this ebb and flow, and we know we want things to be another way, but if reality isn't looking like that, where can we take accountability to ensure something starts to shift? Alrighty, past, present, future. It is about moving towards peace. It is about manifesting, moving towards your Empress-like energy, my lovely gems, male or female. Choosing peace, choosing to actively move away. So again, with Mercury in retrograde, you know, we can sort of be drawn back to the past in many ways, because I see here you guys are doing practical assessments. But this was a commitment perhaps you made 6 weeks ago, 6 months ago, take it however it resonates, 3 weeks ago, 3 months ago, 9 months ago would have been significant as far as experiencing the turbulent waters that the 6 of Swords does talk about moving away from. I'll just put my music down. So, you know, it's about commitment. It is about travel. Maybe you are traveling. Maybe you are traveling, like you can, like spiritually speaking, you are traveling towards what you are desiring to manifest, this new life, this new version of yourself. Maybe this is a 9-month story, okay, where you're going to see more fruits of your labor sort of show up in the next 3 months, in the next 6 months, in the next 9 months, okay? So take it however it resonates. For many Geminis I'm connecting into, you are moving towards your Empress-like energy, your Empresshood, your Empress, okay? So male or female, the Empress is a manifester. Okay, she is a master manifester, so she is the embodiment of all queens. This is not just about you embodying your Queen of Swords energy, and it's interesting that I say that because underneath the Seven of Coins, after some practical assessments across the last 7 days, I'm going to say then use the next 7 days as well. Maybe there's a bigger story here about the last 7 months that feels like 7 to 9 months feels familiar as far as a bigger story. You had to get clear, and if you haven't already, you're going to reap the benefits of doing that, because approaching it like this, gem, is going to amplify this square energy for you this week. If you're not looking at it, not accepting it, not wanting to take it, and you know, that could be something from the past that you have dedicated to move away from. So, you know, keep going with that, obviously, so that you do move into your Empress-like energy. But if there is something here where you know you have not been addressing on an emotional level because you've been avoiding your emotions, in order to clean house is what I do want to say. It's going to be highly beneficial to step you up into your higher self, okay? The Queen of Swords showing up for you. But where you're actually, like the decisions you've made in the last 3 months, 6 months, 3 weeks, whatever the case may be, is going to push you into your Empress-like energy. So I do want to say keep going, because change is here and fortune favors the brave, all right? If you made some risky choices, if you made decisions back in October last year, you know, back when even Aquarius entered Jupiter, okay, because the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. That was on December 21 at that great conjunction. So there's something here about the energies between October and December last year, which was significant. You made significant choices to move towards peace and away from turbulence, okay? So that you could step into this Empress energy is what I do want to say. I could be connecting to many Geminis that are pregnant, okay? So, you know, and how this ultimately changes your life, and whatever you are manifesting at this stage, Gemini, okay, be it a new version of self, be it a new role, be it a new reality, watch how it brings fortune into your life. Now this square energy, this Saturn-Uranus square, Gemini, is activating 9th house energy and 12th house energy, powerful shifts. Like you are learning something here when you have deeply connected into your subconscious, okay? It's about getting raw and real with ourselves, because the 12th house does represent our own undoing. The 9th house represents philosophy, higher learning. We're pushed into a new wisdom classroom with all of this Aquarian energy. We are all being pushed into the higher mind, new perceptions outside of self. And if you chose peace, if you chose to move away from the old, if you chose to move away from old thoughts, because the swords does rule the mind, you will manifest, okay, your own fortune here. And I don't use those words lightly. This is time for you, okay? Citrine, wow, which is all about abundance, which is all about solar plexus, which is all about empowerment. The energies of Citrine, Gemini, helps us focus on who we are as unique and separate individuals. This crystal vibrates with the solar plexus, focusing on self-esteem and the exercise of one's personal power. As we evolve, we must learn to overcome the egocentric understanding of the self and ensure our actions and decisions are ethically and spiritually sound. Drawing this card, my lovely Gemini, indicates a need to look at your motives and honor yourself. If we are selfless, we draw down the abundance of the universe, okay? There's a humbling here when we choose to walk away and choose to embody our empresshood. The Empress, you know, male or female, she doesn't need anyone. And it's not about choosing to be on my own because I don't need anybody. It's about, you know what, we all know in ourselves, Gemini, when we need to step up and claim her energy, okay? Because what happens then is this, the Wheel of Fortune turns in your favor. I'm feeling very strongly about this energy for you guys, Gem. So if Mercury retrograde sort of drew you back into the past, old like self-esteem issues, second-guessing self or anything like that, it was about this commitment to move forward, commitment to knowing what your own abundance is, what you want to gestate over the next 9 to 10 months, what you decided back in October, back in December. Feels very strong, okay? But square energy is important to bring up with all of the zodiacs this week, because we can sort of square off and see where we're sort of becoming our own blocks in many ways as well. That was your quick read, my lovely gem. Hope you got something out of that. By all means, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by heading above to the Indigo Ascension shop link. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, all of those details are in the description box below. Please do like, share, subscribe, and let your other empath, intuitive, and sensitive friends know where to find the channel. Until next week, my friend, have an amazing week and take care.